our pop-up.
Gamers, and welcome to Simply Sims. Sit back, relax, and let's dive into a new world together. On today's episode of the 30-day Create a Sim Challenge, we are doing day 10, which was the option of a mother or father, and a daughter or a son. And today I chose to do a mom and son duo. Just because why not? I'm better at making females than I am males, so I just went with that. And I was gonna do a mom and daughter little duo, but I liked when I got the randomized sim of the little boy to do a son, so that's why we left it. Starting off, we're going to do the mom. Mom's name is Etta. She is a huge advocate for a big family. She wants to have a big family. She wants to have generations living close together, or at least just be able to know that generations have been born while she was alive. She's a little bit of a perfectionist, and she's a bit of a geek, but she definitely loves being little Augustine's mom, and she takes that very well to heart. For the idea that I had for her as we're trying to figure out these eyes was kind of like a 1920s housewife, but like in modern day. And I know right now there's a lot of like social media trends about being a trad wife or a housewife, and I have no opinions to say about that. That's not what this channel is, but a little bit of inspiration from those was taken as well, but to be a little bit more like 1920s home, 1920s wife kind of ideas behind her. I was trying to figure out an eye because I liked the way that her eyes sat. I just didn't want the lashes because, again, we still can't remove lashes from Sims. And so what I decided to do was just leave it, and then we'll just incorporate the lashes into her makeup, kind of make it like a liner for her. But I'm not sure if it came across that way, so if you guys can see it, let me know. If you can't see it, also let me know. I would like some feedback on that. And then just picking an eye color. I'm in love with these green eyes that we have. I don't know about you guys, but I think they're just super pretty. A lot of our other irises are super flat. They're all like one color, and I like that we have a few that are thrown in there that have a couple of dual colors or even trio colors, because I think eyes, yes, are all one color, but sometimes people have many colors in their eyes, or even two colors in their eyes. So I think we should be able to incorporate that a little bit more, but again, that's what mods have been giving us, so I apologize for reminiscing so much about having mods. I very much miss them, but the whole part of this is to be a challenge, so here we are. And then I ended up going for the red hair for Etta. I thought it was super cute. And then I was going to use that kind of wolf style haircut from our previous video when we were making the Inspired by Celeb. But I found this other one, which I liked a little bit more. It's more mullet style, but that's okay. We love long layers and a short top. Why not? And so I chose that for her. And then, of course, we fancy up some of her looks when we get to different outfits. And then I wanted to give her some sort of like bracelet that maybe signifies to her a little bit of like status. And so I found this one squiggly bangle. Again, we don't have very many, like we have a lot of watches and we have a lot of mismatched bracelets, but it's not diversified in colors, and then we don't really have very single daintily bands to give Sims either. So maybe for an update, since EA is doing a lot of feedback about the game, we will finally get something like that. But then I gave her a beautiful engagement ring, and, well, I guess marriage ring, because my idea with her is that she was married to like a military man or a secret agent or like a really well-known cop, detective, something along the lines. So he is away from home a lot of the time. So mom spends a lot of time with the son, and yes, she I think what my envision was that she was a teacher, but I don't remember it now. When I was making her, I kind of had this all in my head, and I should have kept it, but I forgot. And she ended up just doing like part-time, and then eventually just ended up staying home because Augustine became like super needy, super clingy to her. So she wanted to help him through this phase so that he could grow out of it. And I thought that was just like a cute little story to give her a little bit. And then I was trying to find a regular lensed glasses that were like the circle ones that we found, because I liked when these random ones came up, but I wanted the thinner lenses, or the thinner frames, sorry. And I couldn't find ones that were just see-through. I assumed that it would because it has all of the different swatches and stuff, but that didn't happen. So that's okay. I just took them off anyways because I thought she looked super cute without them. So that could be something that we do when I do a CC makeover. I could add her to the list as well, and then we can give her those cute circular frames. And for her formal, I went again a little bit modest like I did with Cameron from Our Good and Evil. And then I was like, oh, well, what is her hair gonna look like if she's going a little bit more formal? And she's, putting, I wouldn't say a little bit more effort into how she's looking, but she's definitely not momming it. She's a little bit more put together because it's an event. So I found that hairstyle from whatever we got the snow resort from. I always forget what it's called, with the little flowers to incorporate some color in her outfit. And then I just went for an all basic blue workout attire. Again, those running shoes that I typically have for my go-to, I think I'm realizing that those are actually CC and they're not base game. I do get a lot of Maxis match items as well as, some more fun CC, but I do try to keep it look like Sims because yes, it is a simulation game, but I don't want to make it too real just because it's supposed to be a game. And too real to me kind of scares me. I don't know about you guys, but it's a little too real for me for some of these other Sims players out there that make them Sims look really, really like realistic and like people and have all these shaders and stuff, and my brain could never. That's too much creativity for me to be able to function properly. Giving me that much creativity, I think, overwhelms me, and then I don't want to play. So those of you who can play with the overwhelming amounts of creativity that you can give your game, awesome. That is just unfortunately not myself. I like the way that Sims looks. Sims has come a long way, and I love this overlay that it gives of being a simulation game that looks kind of realistic, but you can tell it's a game. I know with like Ready or Not and Once Human and some of these other games out there where it's like super realistic, for example, Inzoi. Where was I going with that? For some of these games, like it's hard to tell that it's not actually people, and then like you watch them talk or like look a certain way, and then you realize that it's a game or it's an animation of some sort. Unreal Engine is amazing. It is called Unreal for a reason. They have very much owned up to their name. So Hopefully we, as the Sims franchise, don't move that way, but anything is possible at this point. We have a constantly released DLC game that is very broken and basically is fixed by mods a lot of the time. So yeah, I wouldn't put it past if we finally end up getting Sims 5 and it's super realistic like in Zoe. And then I also, for her sleepwear, I wanted to do something like elegant, because I figured she would probably go to bed in something like very nice, but also super breathable and easy to get up when she's got to take care of Augustine in the middle of the night. But she's not butt naked, but she's also not overwhelmed with heat with her clothes because she's wearing so many. So, and then for party, I wanted to go a little bit more polished, and so I was trying to find something that had some color but also was like super cute and modest, and then I found this dress in this color, and I thought that that was pretty amazing. Trying to find matching shoes with this was a little bit difficult, only because I couldn't really see them. Another note that I would like to put, those simmers who use like the very realistic skins and stuff and overlays, I maybe I'm wrong. I just feel like it's also a little bit hard to share those sims and get that same exact sim in your game. And I feel like, yes, you're creating sims for yourself, but when you want to create sims for other people and you have those overlays in CC, it doesn't always come with. And I know that Gallery has updated to where it tells you that it's modded, and I think now some of it will come with if it's already in your game, from my understanding, but correct me if I'm wrong. I just know that there's a lot of tragic stories of people finding beautiful sims on the gallery, and they're full of CC and overlays, and then they get them in their game without all of that, and they just don't look very good. And it's sad because these people put so much work into those sims and they can't really share them because there isn't a way to share a full sim with all of that unless you're looking on like TSR or you're downloading from Patreon or something like that. But to easily quick and grab from the gallery, it's just, from what I've seen, impossible. Maybe that'll be a feature put in later, but so we got her party outfit and her swimwear, and then for her hot weather, I thought that this little tie over bandana on her head, or I'm not even really sure what to call it, but this little tied up kind of hairstyle looked nice, just because it's probably helpful for the hot weather, and maybe it helps her cool off, and she likes to have her hair out of her face, so that's the easiest way to do it without making her more hot. And then for winter, I thought about giving her this cupcake knitted hat beanie because maybe she does fun stuff with her son, and her son picked out that hat for her, and like that's a memento. And so I was trying to put a little bit of lore behind my choices with this, because I wanted to make it like a super cute little story between Etta and Augustine. And then I cherried up her cheeks a little bit because, again, cold weather. I know that doesn't happen to everybody, but I think it's a little sweet to do, especially since we have the option to do cold weather. Yes, they would not necessarily be rosy-cheeked in the house where it's warm, but the idea is that she's wearing it outside. And so, you know, her cheeks are gonna get a little pinked up because it is cold outside. So and then I just went with a very basic just coat dress combo and some boots with some tights and socks, and then now I believe going back through and making sure that all of Etta's outfits have makeup on them, because I know there were some that I didn't put makeup on, and there were others that I think I put makeup on but I didn't like. So just making sure that we have those, and then going in to make Etta's daughter at first. I wanted to do a toddler. I don't typically play with toddlers. I do children and up, I just find them a lot easier, but I know there's so many of you that can play with toddlers, and you guys do like the 100 baby challenge, the 100 toddler challenge, I'm sure there's one for infants too, but that one's a little bit newer. So I applaud you guys for being able to do that, because they stress me out, and I had mods that would help alleviate a lot of their needs, and their decay for their bars would not go down so fast. So I'm sure it's manageable, but base game, oof, no. That is one challenge that I will probably not do on this account as we're starting out. Maybe when I get a little bit bigger and I get a little bit better at editing and how to properly film for you guys, then we could do something like that. But for now, that is a sticky note placed on the bottom of the cork board for later. And then for Augustin, like I said, I made him clingy. And then I wanted to do a different hairstyle that I haven't typically done with Sims before, which was coincidentally enough all at the top for me. I don't know why some of these have like a new notification on them and they're all put at the top, because I'm pretty sure I've used every like clothing and item and stuff like that from every pack, because I don't like when the screen shows the little gold notification. I do this in Build and Buy as well, but maybe I should stop doing that so I can pay attention to what we have. But whenever it does that, it bothers me, so I want to get rid of it. And some of these I haven't seen, but I'm not sure if it's because I just never looked or because we had gotten them in free updates. Who knows? I'm sure somebody does, but I don't. And then for bedtime, I figured he wanted to have some dinosaur pajamas, because who wouldn't want to have dinosaur pajamas, or monster pajamas if you want to say. I think it's a dinosaur, but I could also see how it's a monster. And then for party, I did this cute little button up with these. If I'm not mistaken, these are called corduroy. I hate these pants because of their texture, so I always forget like what pants they are actually. But then we have those, and then his matching shoes from outfit 1. I envision that like his party outfit is like what Etta puts together, but his everyday, and some of his outfits like his hot and cold. Well, more so of his everyday and his hot weather outfits, Augustin kind of puts together himself, because I feel like he's a little independent even though he's clingy to mom. He's definitely somebody who's once comfortable, big and out there, with a huge personality. So I gave him this shirt with a cape, which I thought was super cute, and a little bit mix-matchy, but that's okay. He's running around, it's hot, he's not going to have matching clothes anyways, he's at home. Or he's out running in the park, and he's going to get dirty anyways, so it's okay. And then I wanted to do kind of a matching cold for them, but I couldn't really figure it out, but that's okay. Now, just giving a little bit of their lore. Again, if you guys want me to put them in the gallery, I would be more than happy to. Just let me know down in the comments below. And here is a little bit of the Connell story. Etta and Augustin are the closest relationship a mother and son could have after his father split. Etta was a stay-at-home wife and was expecting Augustin when Charles left her. And he had come home from a mission and was like, nope, I'm divorcing you, I'm leaving you, bye. Which is a little bit sad, but I don't know. I thought it was a nice way for them to have such a close relationship. So yeah, that is all that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and simulation over, but the fun never stops on SIMplieSims. Thanks so much again. Like and subscribe. Bye.